Hello, and welcome to another video. Today I will be opening a Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth draft booster, then making a pack one, pick one, as though I were in a draft. Let's get started. Generous Ent. 5 green for a 5/7 creature, tree folk, common. Reach. When Generous Ent enters the battlefield, create a food token. Forest cycling 1. Mordor Trebuchet. 2 black for a 1/4 artifact creature, wall, common. Defender. Whenever you attack with one or more goblins and/or orcs, create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with flying, named Ballistic Boulder, that's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice that token at end of combat. Pippin's Bravery. Green for an instant, common. You may sacrifice a food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Otherwise, that creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Pippin stabbed upwards, and the written blade of Westerness pierced through the hide and went deep into the vitals of the troll. Greyhaven's Navigator. 2 blue for a 3/2 creature, elf pilot, common. Flash. When Greyhaven's Navigator enters the battlefield, scry 1. It was an old tradition that beyond the Shire stood the Greyhavens, from which at times elven ships set sail, never to return. Haunt of the Dead Marshes. Black for a 1/1 creature, nightmare elf, common. When Haunt of the Dead Marshes enters the battlefield, scry 1. 2 black. Return Haunt of the Dead Marshes from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Activate only if you control a legendary creature. You should not look in when the candles are lit. Gollum. slip on the ring. 1 white for an instant, common. Exile target creature you own, then return it to the battlefield under your control. The ring tempts you. How had it come to be on his finger? He wondered if the ring itself had not played him a trick. Nimrodel Watcher. 1 blue for a 2/1. Creature, Elf Scout, common. Whenever you scry, Nimrodel Watcher gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and can't be blocked this turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. But there are some of us who will go abroad for the gathering of news and the watching of our enemies. Haldir. Erebor Flamesmith. 1 red for a 2/1. Creature, Dwarf Artificer, common. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Erebor Flamesmith deals 1 damage to each opponent. We make good armor and keen swords, but we cannot again make mail or blade to match those that our fathers made before the dragon came. Glowin. Improvised Club. 1 red for an instant, common. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Improvised Club deals 4 damage to any target. For a couple of pins, says Troll and grins, I'll eat thee too and gnaw thy shins. Sam. Arwen's Gift. 3 blue for a sorcery, common. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control 2 or more legendary creatures. Scry 2, then draw 2 cards. Wear this now in memory of Elfstone and Evenstar, with whom your life has been woven. Mirror of Galadriel. 2 for a legendary artifact, uncommon. 5 tap, scry 1, then draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Your quest stands upon the edge of a knife. Stray but a little and it will fail to the ruin of all, yet hope remains while all the company is true. Gorbag of Minas Morgul. 1 black for a 2/2. Legendary creature, orc soldier, uncommon. Whenever a goblin or orc you control deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, choose 1. Draw a card. Create a treasure token. Nazgul. 2 black for a 1/2. Creature, Wraith Knight, uncommon. Death Touch. When Nazgul enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, put a +1/+1 counter on each wraith you control. A deck can have up to 9 cards named Nazgul. Goldberry River Daughter. 1 blue for a 1/3. Legendary creature, nymph, rare. Tap, move a counter of each kind not on Goldberry River Daughter from another target permanent you control onto Goldberry. Blue, tap, move 1 or more counters from Goldberry onto another target permanent you control. If you do, draw a card. Fear nothing, for tonight you are under the roof of Tom Bombadil. We have a forest, and a tip card. All right. So here is our pack, and I have to say, I'm not too interested in our rare. I just feel the setup cost is going to be too high for limited. We only have 1 card in white, which I think seems fine, but I'm not sure I want to first pick it. Just want to take another look at the uncommons. I definitely don't mind these 2, but just want to see what else is here. This one seems pretty promising, I think. I do like Arwen's Gift. I think Improvised Club can work pretty easily, especially if you have some food tokens laying around that you could use for it. Maybe Erebor Flamesmith. I do like it, but I'm not sure I would take it over Arwen's Gift or Improvised Club. Maybe to this one as well. I don't like it being a 2/1. Maybe I don't really see myself playing this guy. Do like a flash creature that scries and has a decent power. Not a bad combat trick. This one might be alright, but I don't know that I'm first picking it. I'd probably want to be established in goblins and orcs before I thought about it. And maybe this guy, I don't know. So, I think for me, it's probably going to be between these three. Yeah, this is tough. I'm feeling most drawn to either of the blue cards, and kind of leaning toward Arwen's Gift. So I think that's going to be my pick. But I want to hear from you. Which card would you be taking from this pack? Leave a comment, and I would love to talk about it with you. But for now, I will go ahead and make my pick, shuffle up the remaining cards, and lay them out. And there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Lord of the Rings Crack-a-Pack. I appreciate you being here, and I look forward to hearing what your pick from this pack would have been. And if you've been drafting the set, I want to hear what your decks have been like. Have you found any strategies that really stand out to you? Or maybe exploring a little bit of everything? I'm always curious to hear about it. Of course, please make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new Crack-a-Packs every Monday, and a rotating variety of different Magic the Gathering ASMR videos every Friday. But that will do it for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.